Morning everyone. No, I'm not going to the Arctic or anything. I just thought I'd do a nice little morning routine makeup film for you because it never ceases to put a smile on my face when I see your messages going, oh, just bought a cup of tea, looking forward to watching your film. So I bought a special mug just to kind of say cheers to you all. I haven't bought a mug in a long time. I have enough mugs. Most of them are chipped, broken, whatever, but I'm really getting quite a lot of enjoyment from this one from Oliviere Bonus. Anyway, I bought it for you to say cheers and to thank you all. But I just thought I'd go through a little routine that I love to do in the morning. Actually at 8:30 in the morning, I'm running off to a football pitch, but on a Sunday, and I've got a little bit more time, I'll wake up and I'll go straight in with a hydrating mask. Now this is the one that I'm currently using, which is by Dr. Sam, and it's called Revival, Flawless Revival. Her range is amazing. And what's great about it is there's nothing that is going to irritate your skin at all. She's a skin specialist who I myself have sent many a client to who's been suffering with sort of hormonal stress, and she's been able to sort the issues out for them. So personally, I love a hydrating mask. Detoxifying masks are great for the evening because then you don't put any makeup on afterwards and you go to sleep. But if you use a hydrating mask in the evening, you might find if you've got a cotton pillow that a lot of the hydration sort of does get sucked into the cotton. Silk pillows don't do that. And I've tried a few silk pillow slits, but I just keep going back to my soft cotton. I don't know, how do you guys feel about that? Always use the residue on my hands, and there's something quite calming about putting a mask on in the morning. I don't know what it is, maybe it's just my thing. I don't sit down, obviously, and go, I should do. Wouldn't that be nice if I actually took 10 minutes to myself? But that means I would get up a little bit earlier. But I do sit down for a few minutes and use my Cryo sticks. Now these are ice cold. They've been kept in the fridge and they are by Oliviere Wilson, and I know they're really popular now. I really, really love them. And if I'm feeling a little bit swollen, my eyes are feeling really tired, if I've had a long week, I'm just not myself, or had a few tears or too much wine or whatever it is that kind of destabilizes us, really pushing in to the sockets of my eyes with my cryotherapy sticks makes such a difference. It boosts the circulation, it tightens the skin, and there are loads and loads of routines that you can, especially around the nose, or if you've got a cold or you suffer from sinusitis, this is just really, really lovely. I don't have any of those symptoms at the moment, but even so, it's just so nice. There's something lovely about pressurizing the sinuses of your face, and facial massage in itself is a wonderful thing, but doing it with ice sticks or using cryotherapy is just such a wonderful, reviving action, more than any other tool, I think. I really love the cryotherapy. So as you can see, I'm a bit greasy from the mask, but you just need to work around. The tension under your jaw is lovely. There's no exact routine. You can follow ones online, obviously, if you're not really sure of what you're doing. For me, I just do it instinctively, and I will carry on doing that just for about 5 minutes until I feel, that's lovely. Then I'll just do a few little chores. I'll take my flannel, pre-wet, just for you, and I will just take off the mask as much as I can and then do a little rinse through and dry it off. I won't use any cleanser or anything like that. I'll just let my skin absorb what's there. And that is a lovely way to start the day for your skin. So in terms of skincare, right now I'm using my EGF Power Cream, and it's a one-pot wonder, so I'm not using any of my vitamin C. I'm going to try and use this for the 90 days to see whether I can get the results of the clinicals that they showed. If you don't know anything about Bioeffect, it's a brand you should really look into. I'm sure I've spoken to them before. EGF, epidermal growth factor, is a protein in our skin that we need to maintain the volume and density in our complexions for as long as we can hold on to them. Obviously it diminishes, and they've been able to replicate a plant EGF that they can put in the face cream to mimic EGF. So after 90 days, if you look on the site, you can see the difference, especially much more of a difference with older skin, because there's more to improve. So that's my moisturiser. Always try and, you know, save every moment and put it into your hands. I'm just going to take a little bit of my cellular water on a cotton pad, and I just run that through my brow to make sure that I haven't got excess cream in there, because otherwise it doesn't allow my brow products to stick. And for my SPF, my daily SPF, I treated myself to ultraviolet. I've heard so much about it, and my friend Zoe, who works with me on the channel, I think when it first came to the UK, but it kept selling out. I think it's sold out 6 times in Space NK. It's an Australian brand. It's reef friendly, cruelty free, vegan, everything you expect. Doesn't leave a ghostly mask over your face. And there are many different formulas for different skin types. So if you get irritated by SPF, or you have oily skin, or you have dry skin, or you just want to use the lightweight SPF, the Skinscreen, then this might be for you. And I love the fact that they call it a skin screen, not a sunscreen. So it comes out like that, and I just put it on my face all around. This is SPF, super light, smells divine. Nothing in there that should irritate your skin, and if you've used this or read the reviews on it, you'll know that it's very popular and people love it. And I have to say, I think I'm slightly addicted. There's so much on the market there, isn't there? It's so hard. Make sure you always finish your products. I'm trying to finish every product before I move on to the next one, because otherwise it's so wasteful. So as you can see, I've got a lovely erythema to my skin. Blood circulation is really pumping. I can feel really my skin feels really invigorated now. Just have a little slurp of tea. Right, so it would be a really basic makeup for my little weekend makeup. I will use Everlasting today, and this is by Clarins. Now, it's a long wear foundation that I use just a little drop of on the back of my hand, put on with my finger, just across the centre here, just the T-zone area where you can see the redness. I'm not bothering with concealer at all. I just literally want to whack this on to minimise the redness, and blend it well into my skin creams, which my skin is obviously super hydrated. You'd only need a tiny amount. Look, I've actually left all that. I'm going to remove that with that cotton pad because I don't need any more. Just be careful around my top lip. And I would just blend it and sort of pat it into my skin so that it looks radiant. Sorry for the background noise. Having the washing machine fixed. Yay, washing machine breaks. Anyway, these things happen. Right, so there we are. I'm feeling really fresh and really hydrated. I'll go in with my brow lift from Charlotte Tilbury. This is the dark brown one. I've been really enjoying this, simply because I'm finding on my brows that it doesn't seem to be lasting quite a long time. And because I've got my tails, thanks for all the brow advice, by the way. Yeah, I'm still looking into that when I get around to it. I might actually just get someone to put sort of 2 or 3 brows in at a time, and then we'll build up very slowly, I think, when I get around to it, like I say. But for the moment, I can just carry on using great brow products. At least it gives me the opportunity to be completely fresh-faced or completely done, I suppose. But I will let you know how that goes. So there's my brows done, nice and glossy, and I will just go in with a classic mascara. Today I'm going to use Max Factor's Masterpiece Matte. It's the best-selling mascara over here. It really is a classic, and it's won so many awards. And so annoying you can't get it in America. I think you can get it on Amazon, but again, it's just a super lovely light brush. And if I want a lifted makeup, I just put the mascara on my top lashes only. I don't use it on the bottom lashes. And for me, that just makes me feel like, oh, I'm awake. And I've got a little bit of something on my mascara. Now, I do love the Charlotte Tilbury push-up lashes, as you know, but just against this kind of very fresh looking skin, it would probably just look a little bit too heavy. So I much prefer to have something that's just like a little bit more soft and wispy, but just gives me a little bit of dimension. Now I'm just going to take that brow pencil there and fill that section in there just to kind of make that a little bit better, and then brush it through. And brush them all through actually. I tend to be quite haphazard with my home makeup. My husband always says, God, how can you be a makeup artist? You're so clumsy. I am clumsy. Somebody once said to me that my aura was unbalanced on my left side and I need to get it balanced. Well, where the hell do you get that done? Anyway, who knows? That was a long time ago and I'm still throwing things around the room. Anyway, next for blush and just a little bit of something on my lips because my lips are naturally quite pale. I'm going to be using Pia by Trini. Now this is a lovely kind of, peony pink, and again, really solid. It's not too hydrating so that it actually stays on. You might think, well, you've just taken all that red out of your face, Caroline, and now you're putting a bit of pink on. This is true, but the erythema in my skin will fade. And I've still got a little bit of my Awesome Bronze Beauty Pie Fake Tan on, so I can just add this as a flush and a flush to my lips. I find that these sort of brighter pinks are so much better than a sort of berrier pink, even on the darker skins, because I just think it looks more youthful. And I'm just trying to flush out and give my cheeks a nice little bit of colour there. Right, so I think just because I'm a little bit glossy, too much, I don't want to look oily, I'm just going to take a little bit of my By Terry and just buff that into the sides and there in between my eyebrows, just to make sure that balance is all right. Yes, she's looking healthy. Put a little bit on my lips, more on my lips. That's too much. It's a pretty colour that, isn't it? But it just needs to be like a stain. Oh yes, looking out quite glamorous. And finally, lip balms, obviously coming into that period of dry lips. I'm still using my classics, for my followers that have followed me a long time, Cicaplast and Paula's Choice Treatment Balm. Both of these are fantastic if, like me, you have quite sensitive lips. That actually when you put lip balm on or Vaseline, it just does nothing for your lips. In fact, it makes them drier. Lips are very sensitive, and even a lot of natural products like vitamin E and peppermint can be actually really detrimental to the quality of your lips. So a little bit of hyaluronic works well with a little bit of balm over the top. Also, I think I talked about this earlier, that I got caught out in the summer where I didn't have SPF on my lips, and I'm really loving this Bullet Applicator lip balm from Beauty Pie. Just feels a little bit more elegant, rather than dipping my finger in there or squeezing the tube. And that's got SPF 30 in. Either one of those I will have in various handbags or my car, and I'll just keep chucking that on. But that'll be my little sort of morning routine. And I'll just get my jacket on and off we go. Anyway, thanks very much for joining me. Have a lovely weekend too, and I hope I've been able to share some tips with you. Take care for now.